Hello everyone. For this review, we're going to go over the NECA London After Midnight Professor Burke. This figure is based on a movie that has been lost to time, so to speak. The footage, the archival footage of the film was stored in Universal's film vault, and there was a fire, I believe, in the 60s that claimed the footage, and today only stills exist. There are a lot of people hoping that maybe there are private collectors that could have copies, although it's been decades and nobody's come forward, but stuff like that happens all the time. Uh, a good example of that is Metropolis, where a certain amount of footage existed, parts were missing, and they have found the footage in various places. And there is I don't know how you would describe it. There's a section of people that, especially back in the day before there was VHS, where all you had was film reel, and people would do things just kind of like they do now. Like, somebody that works somewhere and you get a copy of something that, maybe you get it early or maybe you shouldn't have it. A lot of stuff like that happened back in the day. Sometimes these people would be associated with movie theater groups. So when the theaters were doing their run of the movies, people would keep the copies. In some cases, it was cheaper for the studio not to request the copies to be shipped back. So when the run was over, people would keep them. And this is how some of the older movies have resurfaced over the modern years. We'll see. I have seen some stitched together videos of the movie. Basically, people took stills, production stills, behind the scenes stills that were circulated in magazines and print at the time, and they've stitched the stills together, and you basically watch it like a silent movie where stills are shown, next shot shows words, the dialogue or description of what's happening. So I've got a good gist of this. This movie was remade later, so the premise of the movie is out there, but this original version no longer is. All that said, it is a cult classic, maybe because of the rarity of it. The premise of the character that we're about to show is not what you think, so I would encourage you to go on YouTube. YouTube is the place, and look up London After Midnight, and you'll see some of these stitched together recreation videos, and it's pretty fascinating. It's not what you expect. But I do applaud NECA for creating this, because otherwise, who else is going to do it? NECA's the ones that are making these great horror figures now. So we see the packaging. Here's the top. Here's the side. You get a good picture of the figure. Here's the other side. Different picture of the figure. Back, you get something reminiscent to a movie poster, but it's pictures of, photography of the figure. Looks really good. And nothing to speak of on the bottom, just normal stuff. And then we've got the inside. You get to see all the accessories laid out. And then you get this really great inner picture, which was a very standout scene from the original movie. Looks like this winged bat creature. So this is a Dracula vampire-like character before Universal started doing the official vampire movies. So let's get this guy out of the packaging and review the figure. So here's the figure out of the box. The detail and the quality is excellent. This is standard for NECA stuff, but I've got a lot of NECA stuff, and this figure, just the like the mouth, the eyes, the hair, it really, really stands out. They've gone up a notch on the detailing and paint applications. The hat is removable. He comes with this kind of face. The second face, not quite as surprised, but still menacing. The third face, kind of relaxed. Guess it's meant to be charming in some way. He's got this nice lamp, well painted, looks a little dirty. And he's got a few hands. So the hands that he comes with are kind of splayed out, kind of like you're creepy, like I'm gonna get your hands. Then he has a pointing hand, a holding hand, which will be good for the lamp, and pointing hand for the other side. Then he also comes with a fabric version of the cape, and it's really nice. This is kind of the material makes me kind of think of like the stuff you use to clean glasses off with. The collar is plastic. This that he comes with is rubber. So you can do a lot with the different looks here. So here he is without the cape. And then you can put the cloth cape on and have him that way. I'm surprised they gave you two capes. This is kind of going above and beyond. I'm gonna take the cape off for a moment. So he's got this overcoat. It's rubber, covers pretty well. Then he's got a undercoat, and it is also rubber, going over some sort of body. The articulation is what you would expect for NECA. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but you got see the cuts there for the knees. Yeah, pretty standard for NECA. Nothing to write home about. And he comes with one more accessory. So this has to do with a scene. So you get this rubbery material. It is see-through. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera, but it's slightly translucent, and then there's like a wash painted on it. And with this, you can recreate this pivotal scene in the movie where he's found and he stretches out and he looks like this bat. The woman who sees him screams, and it's very cool. Um, One thing to note: when you put this on, it is going to make him a little back heavy, so you will have to make some adjusted. Hmm. So one thing to note: when you put this on, it is going to make him a little back heavy, so be aware of that. But this is an awesome figure. So I've got a, what is this? This is a Loot Crate edition of the vampire figure. I don't have the realistic one at the moment, but just to give some scale and comparison, this guy will go in perfectly with your existing NECA movie figures. So, highly recommended. It is quite an obscure character, but the actor's likeness is really great. The painting, the sculpting looks amazing. Hopefully, this will inspire you, if you have not already done so, to look into this character, this movie, find some videos of the recreation, and just kind of fall in love with this look and what's been done by NECA to bring this to life. So that's it for our review. Thanks for watching. Please tune in for some more and see you next time. Thank you.